So, welcome to today's video. I want to talk about the special effects set from Rembrandt. Um, they have it in half pans, but I've bought the one with tubes that are 12 different colors in a 10 milliliter tube each. And for all who can order on Gerstecker, that's the very big European art shop, I can only say today would be the best, or at the moment would be the best time to order it because it is over 50% off. So the set is now sold until around the beginning of 2024 for 50 euros. So it's really, really cheap at the moment. And yeah, I think it's a super deal because you get this 12 tubes with 10 milliliters, and you get a brush also included, a high quality brush with real sable hair. It's a size 6, so I think that is something a lot of people can use. It's a good size. It's not too small for some people to use, and it is not too big for people which like to work with more smaller sizes. So yeah, you have this standard metal tin and with a hard plastic inlay where the tubes are put into. And I don't know who knows already the colors. There are 4 interference colors in it and 6 very special colors in it, which I have never seen anywhere else in every other brand. So I will swatch all of them. I will swatch them on white and on black watercolor paper. So that you can see the difference, because all of these colors work best with a darker underground. You don't have to have a black paper. You can also coat it over darker colors when you are working on your normal standard white paper, like when you have some areas where indigo is on it or other dark colors. They work the same as dark paper. Or you can also mix the colors with a darker color like indigo and use it like that. I'm really sorry. Especially the 8 very special colors we will swatch after the interference colors. The interference colors are all made from coated mica. So it's a PW20 for mica powder, which is made of the stone muscovite or muscovite. I don't know how to pronounce it in English. I'm really sorry. And this stone comes in 2 different variations. You have the standard one, which is like a dirty white brownish color, which is your standard mica powder. And you have a green variation of it. It's called fuchsite in English. Some of you may know the color, Primatech color from Daniel Smith, fuchsite genuine, which contains fuchsite but is not completely made of fuchsite, because a real fuchsite is nearly translucent, only a super soft applish green color, and the glitter, which is standard for all mica colors. And the fuchsite also has the same pigment number as the normal mica made of muscovite. So yeah, we have 4 interference colors. The first one is the interference white. And as you can see on white paper, you nearly don't see it at all. You can see interference colors on a white paper when you turn it a little bit around. Then you can see a subtle sheen or glitter, depending on which kind of interference color you are using at the moment, because I have seen shimmery versions, and I have also seen very glittery versions of it. So that depends. The reason why colors like that are not you are not able to see very good on a white paper is that interference colors work mostly with light waves. So it is the same with, for example, these shimmery colors you find in nature, like a blue butterfly wings, or the shimmery wings from peacocks or colibris, for example, or also the stone opal, or also shimmery beetles. They all work the same, like this color as well, that they are reflecting the light back. For example, the blue butterfly has in reality black wings, and these really bright glowing blue comes only from the blue wavelengths of the light, and it is because of the structure. For example, in the opal, it's a crystalline structure. In case of the butterfly wings, they have like microscopic scales on the surface, and this breaks the light so that it only reflects special parts of the light back. And in case of the butterfly wings, it is the blue wavelength. And if you would put water on the wings because they have a lotus effect, you still see the blue effect. But if you are dipping it in different versions, watery solutions like sugar water or some alcoholic stuff like ethanol, then you are seeing the wings in black or in another color, for example. I've never done it, but I've seen documentaries about it, so that's the reason why I know that. And the same effect we have now here on all the colors. The light is reflected back from the white paper a lot, so that's the reason why the colors are nearly translucent. And on dark paper, it absorbs the light more and it doesn't reflect it back that much. And that's why you're seeing these bright glowing colors on a dark surface, but not on a light surface. The second color I've swatched was the interference blue, and now I will be swatching the interference violet. And the last interference color is an interference green. I've read or saw a lot of people in the past, not especially with the Rembrandt, but with all kinds of interference colors, saying that they are totally disappointed in it because they are nearly invincible on white paper. A lot of people always make the mistake to swatch every kind of glitter or metallic colors only on a white paper, and with colors like interference colors that don't work that well, because the glowing colors you will only see on darker surface. So that is my personal tip for everybody. If you're having any kind of metallic glitter colors, always swatch them on a dark and a light surface so that you can see the difference, because some colors also have a different color on a light or a dark surface. So it is always worth swatch them on different surfaces. And I've now here done a lot of work to cut all the black stuff, all the black watercolor sheets, and glue it on the paper. But normally I only use water resistant black marker of any kind and swatch over that. That works as well. So you don't have to use a black paper. You can also just blacken your paper with any kind of water solid marker so that it don't smear over the paper. Yeah, that's just to be known. That's my personal tip. Always swatch on dark and light surfaces. So you get the whole range of what the color really can do. Because colors like the interference colors, of course, you can use it on dark surfaces, and you get this really bright glowing colors. But you also can use it on light surfaces when you don't only want to give it a subtle sheen, a subtle shimmer. I like, for example, like to use it on colorings for silk clothings, because silk also has this ability, depending on how the light shines on it, to sometimes change the color a bit, or um, gets really shiny. And that is something I really like to use interference colors for, to get that effect in my drawing. Or when you are having like an embroidery of any kind, where you in cloth like silk, sometimes they have this metallic embroideries, and for that I also like to use colors like that. So that is just any kind of idea, or not any kind. That's just one kind of idea you can use it for. Of course, you could also use it in drawings you are doing from animals like that blue butterfly or a peacock or colibri, for example. You could use colors like that as well, because these animals have this effect in reality as well. So yeah, even if you're saying you are only doing realistic animal portraits, there are animals which you really can use colors like that. For me personally, the choice of colors they've used here is very unusual for the interference colors, because we have a green and a blue, but we have a white and a violet. And in most sets, I know it's any kind of yellow or goldish version, and more red or pinkish version, when you're only having four interference colors. So that is something a little bit different here. So we are now going to the first set of special effects color, which are different, and that is the spark colors. We have four different spark colors. The first one I will be swatching is the spark green, and then we have four chameleon colors, and those two sets of each four colors are not made of mica powder, and that is something super unique in glitters, because all the watercolors of any kind I know, or even acrylics using any kind of glitter or metallic colors, they are mostly exclusively made with mica powder. I know there are some which containing microplastic glitter stuff in it, but that's not the norm. And these 8 colors here, they are using glass, coated glass particles. And that is something totally unique. I've never seen any company using in any kind of color glass particles. So if you are knowing other brands using that, please let me know in the comments below, because I would really love to hear about it, or maybe look if I can get that one in Germany to try it out, because I absolutely love these 8 colors here. Especially the chameleon ones. The spark, the 4 spark ones are already very glittery, but they are very dull in comparison to the chameleon colors. So if you are loving glitter, that is definitely a must-have for you, in my opinion, because that is something super special, and I've never seen watercolors anything like that, or even other colors. That's super, super unique, like I said. The 4 spark ones are to be said that they are containing only one color of glitter, and the 4 chameleon ones have different glitter versions. But I've realized when I've done swatching the colors in this bigger size, that is not completely true, because I can see different colors in the spark ones as well. They are just not that super crass in difference like the chameleon ones. They are not changing so much the color when you are get the light in different angles, and they are not as glittery as the chameleon ones. They are more subtle in their glitter. The second color I'm swatching here is the spark blue one, and with the blue and the green, that are the two colors which contains the yeah, don't know how to say it, but the spark violet and the spark pink containing the most other colored particles, and the green and the blue you can really not see a lot. I see some particles in the blue which are, I would say, more violet, and with the green it is more like a very bluish green, which contains some particles which are looking more on the bluer side. So that is different in the violet, for example. I will be swatching now because I can see clearly violet, purple, and pinkish kind of glitter particles. So it doesn't change depending on how the light is falling. I can always see the different particles here. And with the chameleon ones, for example, it's more like depending on in which angle the light is coming from, that the glitter changes completely its color. So that's a different as well in those colors. I would really love to know if some of you already have those colors, or maybe some of them, and how your experience is with these colors, or do you like them or not? I personally love them really much, but I've not used them so much so far, because I wanted to first use up my other not so high quality metallic colors. So I've saving them a little bit. Yeah, but I absolutely love them. They're so unique, and I think in you could use them in so many different kinds. You can use them for calligraphy when you are, for example, um, one of the glittery ones mixed with a darker color like an indigo, and you can do very beautiful calligraphy stuff with them when you are using a brush, for example. Um, of course, you can use it in any kind of watercolor art. You could use it also as a glitter coat in adult coloring, in coloring books, for example. You can use it for card making or other stuff. There are so many different ways I can imagine to use these colors for. And because they are so special and so, yeah, because it's so unusual with the coated glass, that is not your. I just don't know any other brand using something like that, so or making colors like that. So that's the reason why I think it's good that you can get Rembrandt nearly all over the world. Yeah, really, really love those colors. And at the moment, like I said, for all of you who are able to order from Gerstecker, I will put a link to the shop in the description box below. So you can check out if the company is shipping to your address, because I didn't check all the European countries, for example. I'm not sure if they're shipping outside of Europe. I think there are only within Europe. I could be wrong with that. You would have to look it up. But within Europe, I know they don't ship to every country, but they're shipping to a lot of countries. It is the biggest online art shop in Europe, so it's even bigger than Jackson's. And funny thing is that I nearly never hear European YouTubers or artists and colorists using Gerstecker. That's totally funny because all I ever hear is about Jackson's. But yeah, it seems that this one is at least in Europe bigger than Jackson's. And I must say, it is a lot cheaper than Jackson's. When I'm checking prices on Jackson's for any kind of art material, I'm nearly in 99% of the time when I can get it at an in another online shop here in Germany, I've got it a lot cheaper. So even when Jackson's is having stuff on sale, um, it is cheaper oftentimes to buy it at full price here in Germany, even with brands like Winsor& Newton, which is an UK brand. And we were this year in in our summer holidays, we were in the UK, and I thought, oh, I'm looking there for art stuff because normally in the country where it is produced, it is cheaper. And I realized that I'm paying around €3 less per tube in Germany for Winsor Newton watercolors. So that is the reason why I didn't buy any kind of art materials in our holidays. It was just more expensive than it was here. So yeah, now we are coming to these last set of four, the chameleon colors, and there's the one critic point I have with the colors per se is the naming of those four, because they could have get an easier name for it. Because, like for example, it's now the first color is chameleon, gold, red, and violet. You could have called it just chameleon, I don't know, pink or so. It would have been easier to remember because all of these colors is a chameleon and then red and then three different colors. So yeah. Oh, I totally forgot to say the last one I've swatched was the spark pink. And within the pink, I see mostly, of course, pink glitter, but I also can see a few purplish glitter particles and even some gold glitter particles as well. So the first one, like I said, it's called Chameleon Gold Red Violet. And of course, depending on the light, you are getting a very vibrant um, pink, for example, pinkish color. I think that is the one they're calling red. In some other angles, it looks more, you can see more of the gold particles. In some other angles, it looks more violetish. So those four are mostly depending on the angle um, of light, which kind of color you are seeing the most. And they are super glittery. I will show you a close-up from all the colors when they are dried so that you can see how they're behaving also in different angles. I will definitely move the paper a little bit, but I've tried my very best. I only have a cheaper camera, so I don't have any high-tech equipment. I tried my best to get the best images for you, but I realized when looking on my laptop while I was filming that you really can't see how super glittery and how super vibrant the colors in reality are. So that is just something I want you to know, that the real real life version of it is much more intensive in all areas, in the vibrancy, in how much it glitters, and how much the colors are, yeah, glowing, and I just don't know. So just so to if you are someone who don't like super intensive glitter stuff, then this is definitely not a set for you. But if you're really loving this super sparkly, glittery glitters, then that is definitely something worth buying. And like I said, in at Gerstecker, it is part of the winter sale. So instead of I think 98 euros for all the colors, it is just 15 euros. 50, not 15, I'm sorry, 50 euros. So it is the half of the price. And I've done the math about the milliliter price. The milliliter price is even cheaper with this one than if you are buying the 20 milliliter tubes on its own. So you have a higher price there than with the sale offer here. So the second color was the chameleon red violet blue, and now we will be swatching the chameleon violet blue green. Like I said, the naming is the only negative point I have here. I would have preferred an easier name. If it is like something like chameleon green for that color now, or if it would have some kind of fantasy name, like, I don't know, something like Phoenix for a gold glittery version, or Mermaid for something more on the blue or green side. But I would have preferred something more easily for those colors in the naming. But like I said, that's my only criticism for those. I can't say anything negative about them, because I might not have used them super much, but I have used them, and I really love working with them. There are so many different ways to use them. And yeah, I really wanted to make the video now, so all of you who are able to go to Gerstecker and buy something there or order online, just to know that these are now at the cheapest, lowest price I have ever seen. And when you compare it to the half pen set, for example, that is way overpriced in comparison to the tube set, because I've seen the half pen set for around 75 to 80 euros in Germany. And when you are realizing that a half pen has around 1.5 milliliters, and we have here 10 milliliters per color, and only a little bit of a higher price when you would buy it on the regular one for the regular price, like 99 or 98. I'm not quite sure about if it's 99 or 98, but let's say 99 euros, um, then it is only like 20-25 euros more, but you get so much more color. So yeah, that's when you are thinking about buying colors from them, from this range here, or buying one of the sets, I really can only recommend buy the tube set, because it is the much better price. So here we will take a close up to the colors. I have here the interference colors first, the interference white and blue in the upper row, and in the lower row we will be taking a look at the interference violet and the interference green. And you can see that you can see sometimes the shimmer on the white paper, but it is really subtle. it's nearly invincible, but you can see how much the colors are glowing on a dark surface. So now we are going to the coated glass colors. First are the four spark colors. We have in the upper row the spark green and the spark blue. And you can already see here, I think, very good the difference between the interference, where it's more of a shimmery color and you don't see single particles that well, but that is completely different here with the spark colors. You see single glitter particles and it is way more glittery and glowing than the interference colors. So here we have the spark violet and the spark pink. Like I said, I tried my best, but be aware of that they are definitely more intensive and more glittery in reality. So now the last set, the chameleon colors, we have the chameleon gold red violet and on the upper left side, and we have the chameleon red violet blue on the upper right side. And you can see here now how much more they sparkle than this, even the spark colors are. I think you can see it good, but of course, like I said, it is different in reality. It is really hard to get that good on camera. So on the lower row, sorry, we have the chameleon violet blue green on the left side, and on the right side we have the chameleon blue green gold. And I want you to be aware of that some kind of angles I couldn't film. So depending on the angle, like I said, the chameleon colors are changing the colors, and that is something I couldn't do on the video. So just be aware of that when you're reeling, having a very different angle, then the colors are also changing. So I hope this video was helpful and informative, and maybe helpful for those who are able to use the sale offer at the moment. If you ever were interested in those colors and you are in a place where you can order from Gerstecker online, then grab that chance and order it now, because I've never seen such a good offer for those colors ever. I think the cheapest I saw was 20% off, and now we have 50, so that's really, really a very good price now. When you are thinking you're getting like 120 milliliters of color, you're getting the metal box, and you're getting a real a real sable hair brush in size 6 as well. So that is really, really cheap for a set like that. Yeah. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I would, like ever, thankful for a thumbs up or a follow, because it really helps me and my channel. And yeah, hope to see you soon in some of my other videos. Bye bye.